Well, hello everyone. And again, my name is Jeffrey Davis. I am host of Radio Entrepreneurs. I am really excited for this guest. She was on last week and we were discussing the automotive industry, one of the industries under the biggest form of transition of any industry in the country. And now she's going to focus on and the Massachusetts ballot question number one. There's been a lot of advertising, yes, no, right to repair, right not to repair. She is going to unravel the truth and the stories and tell us what she thinks is the best way for all of us to go to protect ourselves. Welcome back, Stephanie.
Hi, Jeff. How are you this morning?
Good. Thank you, Stephanie. I am an obsessive guy about the truth. What's really the story behind the story? And I'm hoping you're going to unravel some of this for us.
Oh, my goodness. First and foremost, I
Yes.
want every Massachusetts resident to go out and do your due diligence and research this ballot. Question one. Admittedly, I thought I had, and I still am trying to get my head fully wrapped around what it entails. But essentially, in 2012 and 2013, as usual, Massachusetts was very progressive, and we were the first state to sign into law the right to repair. And so what that essentially does is it gives the consumer options to go to not only the OEM franchise dealership to repair their vehicle, but also to any other independent shop that they wish. And what the right to repair did is they allowed the diagnostics. So the OEM, spends, first of all, let's just break it down. The OEM spends billions of dollars. And the OEM being your Ford, your Toyota, your GM, on diagnostic tools to repair these vehicles. They then made them available to any consumer. Heck, you can even diagnose your own vehicle if you want. Jeff, did you know that?
That's a scary thought, but I did not know that.
You can just plug her in. It's almost like if you're plugging in plugging in a pair of headphones, and it's called Fix, Fixd, and it will tell you what's wrong with your vehicle.
Good.
And since then, I think there's 20 states that have adapted the same legislation. So what is Ballot 1 about?
Right. Why? This is now an addition to the law, correct?
Yes, it is. They're trying to amend it for the telematics systems. Does anyone here, do you know what a telematics system is, Jeffrey?
No, I used to have Pop-O-Matic when I was a kid. That was a little toy you banged.
So a telematics system is essentially, it's wireless headphones in a nutshell. So you get the same data if you plug it in, but it's just wireless. It's being provided to you via the wireless, and it's constant. It's a constant feed of data. Not what's wrong with your vehicle, not how to diagnose your vehicle, where you're at, where you're driving. It's real-time wireless data being fed to the very secure OEMs. What this law, if question one is passed, this will become available via an app. And you, Jeffrey Davis, can go anywhere and you can have the independent shop. You can give them access for an hour to all of the data in your car, like phone calls, like all of that information is stored in this telematic system. And they have everything on you. You can give them unlimited or just for like an hour. Where I have issues with this information is it doesn't really do anything about diagnostics. And what I mean by that is it is the telematics is like preventative, right? So you're driving down the road and they can tell like your brake pads. There's a sensor. Beep, beep, bing, 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 bing. Jeff Davis, ping, 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 real time. Brake
I thought
pads.
that was Stephanie texting me.
I know, right? It could be, Jeff. His brake pads are thin. Have them come in. If it rhymes, in my past life, I was a rapper. His brake pads are thin. Have him come in. Well, then automatically they will alert you. So right. Where the independent shops have issues with this is that they feel that the OEM now has the upper hand and that they will get the customer's business and in turn lose money because of this preventative. Like, remember, I'm going to go into preventative diagnostics, not the actual diagnostic of what's going on. So where I'm going with this, and I can be very long-winded, is if let's say you get that information from ABC Porsche, and they're like, hey, Jeff, your brake pads are wearing thin. You go to your independent. Well, does he need to get into your telematics system to see if your brake pads are wearing thin? What happened to good old, just use your hands, hop in there? They have, I would imagine, they have the smarts to see they need brake pads. They don't need this information. And right now, I'm going to stop going right there because I have so much more.
Here's my question that I was been worried about. Since they already have enough information, Stephanie, to repair my car. I've never had a problem getting repaired since that law in 2012 was passed. What I'm worrying about is this. We've had 4 stories in the last week around fraud. That fraud is epidemic in Massachusetts or in the country. That there's too much data and it's too easily accessible, and that people need to be protected. And so I'm thinking, do I want to give people more access to potentially getting to my full data if they're already able to repair my car? I'm not sure I want that to happen. And I would never download an extra app that could give them more access. I'm saying no to certain apps that are saying, can I have access to your information already? I say no all the time because I'm thinking about it. Am I just being phobic, or is that real?
I think it's real. I know it's real. Right now, you have one central location that has all that information. When you start opening it up to many doors, like you have, let's say you go to Jiffy Lube, you give them the information. You go to Sam's Repair Shop, you give them the information. You go to another auto repair store, you give them the information. And that's 3 different platforms that now have live, like that's the real part, live data. I was thinking about it like last night. I was like, what if somebody was able to hack this system and on my street, and they just unlocked, because like 90% of the vehicles from it's sold in 2020 and 2021 will have a telematic system. They just decide to unlock them all, and they just have 30 people standing by, robbers, criminals, just hop in the cars and drive off. That's what's in the telematic system.
Right. Wow. So, and you've convinced me. I had decided before, after reading the pamphlets, that I was going to vote no. These ads are extremely misleading, I feel. That's why I started with Pinocchio at the beginning of this story. And most consumers don't have the time to really read into really what the law is. We're very busy with COVID. People are busier and more hectic than ever before, trying to keep up with work and keep businesses going. And, we really appreciate you being able to tell us this information. And if you find out more information, will you come back again and talk to us about it?
I will. I know that the people that are voting for yes, they're all about consumer savings and the right to choose. And I get that. The right to choose where you get your vehicle serviced at. And they still have the right to choose. Adding in the amendment for the telematic systems is not going to improve any savings. If anything, their safety is going to be in danger. And even the deputy of the U.S., I guess James Owen, he even said that. Making this a state law that is like going in 50 different directions, and your safety, you're in jeopardy. It is in jeopardy because of all of the R&D and mechanics that go into this. So just and they're making the OEM, mind you, Toyota, Ford, GM, FCA, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram build the app for them. I mean, I can't even imagine.
Enough said. We'll bring you back for more. And that was an incredible automotive update on question 1 on the ballot in Massachusetts. If you are, for us, the #1 automotive marketer in Massachusetts, and if somebody wants to learn more about ReVo, how would they find you?
ReVoMG.com.
Wow, that's great. Love talking to you, Stephanie. Can't wait to speak to you again.
Likewise. Thank you.
Remind everybody, this is Radio Entrepreneurs. That is the one and the only Stephanie Nelson, one of my true favorites, ReVo MG. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this message.